Hello, my name is Ariel, like the Tempest. So it's been a while since I've posted a video on this YouTube channel. The last one was the Queer at Summer Camp video I posted several months ago in the spring. And I just wanted to make a video talking about why I haven't really been posting very much on this channel and what my plans for the future of this channel might be, if anybody watching actually cares about that. So a lot of times what kept me from making videos was just being busy. A lot of times I would have a job, or I'd have an internship, or I'd have schoolwork that just, it would take a lot of my time and energy away, and then sometimes whenever I would have free time, I just couldn't find the motivation to make a vlog. I graduated college. I last spring of 2017, I graduated, so now I'm a college graduate, which is horrifying. My last year of college was difficult. It was rough, and I was dealing with a few personal issues at the time. And I'm not going to discuss those because they're personal. Generally speaking, I didn't feel very good about myself. I didn't feel like I was a good person, and I was giving in to a lot of bad habits, and I wasn't being the best me I could be. The videos I've made in the past, the vlogs I've made, I've been presenting a version of myself, kind of, to you. It's not really me, necessarily, because I'm, choosing what I'm saying before I film the vlog, and I'm, I get to edit it and present myself in a certain way that you don't see the, certain parts of who I am. But at the same time, it's more or less it was supposed to be a representation of me, and to some degree it was a representation of who I was at the time. I got to a point where I really didn't feel like I could do that, because I didn't feel like, if you don't feel like a good person, then how can you, try to spread a positive message while presenting a version of yourself to the world. After I graduated college, I really wanted to try to just take care of myself a little better. I wanted to try to, start having good habits, and, start trying to improve my attitude. And for a while, it seemed like it was working, but eventually, due to one reason or another, I just fell back into bad habits, and I started. Part of it is, I had a job that I really appreciate, and I think it was. I like the person I worked for, but ultimately it wasn't a job that I felt very fulfilled by, because it's not something I wanted to do. It was a food service job. It's not, in a field I really want to pursue a career in. This certain pressure I felt to try to get a better job, or try to, at the same time as having this job, and then also wanting to pursue my own creative endeavors, I guess it just kind of ended up making me feel overwhelmed, and then I just wouldn't get applications in. I wouldn't get any creative projects of my own done. I wouldn't get the things done I wanted to get done, and then it just became a cycle of just not getting things done, and then feeling shitty about myself because I wasn't getting shit done that I wanted to get done, and then just not getting it done because I was feeling so shitty about myself, and just this huge cycle. But I've decided now that I'm at a point where I just need to pursue things that I'm really interested in, and I enjoy creating videos, not just these kind of the videos I've made on this account, but I've enjoyed, I could have another account where I kind of sometimes make comedy sketches and things like that. That's something I'm passionate about. But part of the reason why I haven't posted on this account specifically is just that my attitude towards what I want this channel to be has shifted a lot, and for a few reasons. Looking back, it's hard for me to watch my old videos, because a lot of them are very clumsy. A lot of them, what I would kind of do, because I think one video, like the very first video I made, I like actually had a script like hanging down from the the camera, and like reading off the script, it was so obvious I was reading off a script, and I thought it looked terrible, so I just decided I'm not doing that again. I'm just gonna create like a vague outline and then just, you know, just kind of ramble on, and there's gonna be a lot of ums and a lot of likes and a lot of pauses, and it's gonna be clumsy, like this video. I would like them to be a little bit more thought out. I would like them to actually be scripted, because I think that I make better points when I can write them out in advance than I do when I'm just off the cuff. Another thing in general is that, I mean, a lot of my content I feel like started getting a bit redundant. Most of my videos I talked about issues that I had experience with personally, or that I could just rely on my own anecdotal experience to talk about. Like, I don't have to do that much research to talk about, or any research really, to talk about what it's like to be genderqueer, or what it's like to be non-binary, or what it's like to be pansexual, because that's who I am. I want to be able to talk about more diverse topics, but also just be able to talk about them in a way that is very informed, and where I can really back up my points and feel confident in doing so. I might occasionally make videos that are serious. I won't do it super regularly, because it takes up a lot of time, and it's also not something that is like my main passion. I think a lot of just general political discourse that's been happening, particularly in light of the election, and I think I can show you some pictures of me from election night and the day after the election that I think reflect what my feelings are about how the US presidential election turned out.
Donald, you're not going to be able to insult your way to the presidency.
I think just a lot of how the political discourse has changed, and even before that, trends I've been noticing. I've been reflecting about how I want to address issues that I care about. For one, I've noticed that this is something that a lot of people talk about. It's the, you know, kind of call out culture versus calling in culture. And that's something I'm a little bit more aware of. I think the best way to explain it, there's one video I made in the past that I didn't recently. I made it like a year ago. I meant to make a video addressing it at some point, but I guess this is a video, so years after. Yay! There was a video I made, something called, I think it was Why Are Cisgender People So Obsessed with Genitals, or something was the name of the title of the video. Which, first of all, it was a video that was redundant, kind of was talking about issues that I'd talked about before, but it had a clickbaity title and was made in a way that was clearly assuming the worst about certain people. And it's not the interesting thing, and I'm actually I'll put a link to the video just so people, you know, because I don't care if people see it. It's just I don't really want it to be a public video that everyone just can stumble on. It's not like I think I said anything terribly wrong in the video. It was just how I conveyed the points I wanted to say. And for the record, there are plenty of videos that I make that get a lot of dislikes and don't, you know, get as many likes, and I really don't care that much about that. I mean, as long as it's a video that I can stand by, it's a video that I can say, no, you know what, I feel like I said what I wanted to say, and I can stand by what I said, then I'm not going to like remove a video. But this is a video where it was not that the response was just negative, but it was that it seemed like people who had good intentions and who were open to learning about trans issues and open to trying to be accepting of trans people, were open to trying to learn, were very, felt kind of attacked by the video. It just wasn't effective. It didn't achieve what I wanted it to achieve. It didn't open anyone's mind. It didn't make someone think about a topic differently. It just put someone on their defense. And that's something I'm definitely thinking about in the future. What am I trying to achieve with this video? What am I trying to do? And how am I going to do it? How am I going to actually try to make this point? And who am I making this for? So something I really do want to do is, I've mentioned the Queer in Summer Camp video I made. It was kind of like a life story video, a story where I talked about my experiences growing up. That's definitely a kind of video that I'd really like to make more of in the future, and I'm hoping to make like one of those a month. Another type of video I might make, and maybe I could even foresee myself maybe doing this weekly, is, depending on what kind of response I get, I might make just kind of loose videos where I just respond to comments. Not like the Ariel reads hate mail video I made. For a long time, I was thinking of making another one of those, because I get plenty of hate comments, and sometimes they're funny, and I think, you know, in the past I was able to laugh at them, and I still can, but I've decided I don't want that to be what this channel is about. I don't want to be highlighting bigotry. I don't want to be giving it attention. I'm also going to try to regulate the comments a little bit more. But also, I mean, I would encourage people to, if there's a topic that you would be interested in me talking about, you know, put it in the comments. I do actually pay attention to what is in the comments, and I know I haven't been very good about responding to anything in the comments for a long time, but I hopefully will be better about that soon. Also, so the something that I'm pretty sure I mentioned a few times earlier in this video, is I do have another YouTube channel where I will hopefully be also posting more regularly in the near future. It's a YouTube channel that's very different in tone from what I'm trying to do here. It's, you know, more comedy videos, more silly videos. If you're interested in seeing that kind of stuff, or checking it out, then I'll put a link to that channel. The final thing I want to say is that I'm not a perfect person, and I'm going to screw up in many ways in just general the content that I produce, and should I post on social media in general and just in my personal life, and I have screwed up, and I'm far from perfect, and I don't want this to be about me teaching you things necessarily. I'm just sharing what my perspective is, and it's definitely subject to change, and I really want to learn from you. If you think I'm totally wrong, if you think if you think there's something that I have made a mistake on, or whatever, you know, it'd be nice if you did it in a respectful way and didn't assume the worst about me. But, you know, I take that seriously, and I want to become a better person, and how I'm going to do that is through you, through anybody who sees me doing anything, being willing to teach me.